Hey, I hope that you're doing well today or tonight. I'm gonna ramble for y'all this evening. I did want to start things off with a more focused topic. No promises that I'll stay on topic, of course. I tend to go on tangents and get distracted a bit, so I'll try my best, but you'll have to forgive me if I lose the plot halfway through. I'll try not to. For once, I'm gonna try to complete a thought of mine. So, that topic that I wanted to focus on for as long as I can is living your own life, you know? Well, you might not know, so what I mean by that is doing what you want to do, not what might be expected of you or what others want for you. It's really no way to live, you know. It really sucks to have maybe feelings like you're disappointing somebody or letting somebody down by not doing what they want for you. I've been there, you know, plenty of times. Millions of times, I'm sure. And I'm still really young, you know. So I'm only gonna do it more throughout my life. There's no question about it. But, you know, every time I have done something, for myself, instead of doing, you know, what someone else expected of me, as much as it kind of sucked in the moment, it was much better for me in the long run. It's almost like I knew what I wanted out of life. Crazy, I know. And, yeah, you know, I think, I feel like there's a lot of pressure on people these days, whether it's, you know, maybe a family member of yours, or an old friend, or co-workers, maybe people on the internet, I don't know, anybody, you know. I feel like there's a lot of pressure for a lot of people, and that pressure kind of makes for a disingenuous self, you know, to yourself, if that makes sense. It's kind of hard to go after things that you want to go after when you have that pressure. It's scary. It's really scary. But I don't know. I think it's worth it. You only get one life, you know. And make the most of it. You know, do what you want to do. Do the thing you've been wanting to do. You might not get another chance. You know, nothing's guaranteed. Now, what I'm about to say, I don't say to cause stress or panic. Nothing like that, so bear with me. But tomorrow is never promised. It sounds, you know, you can take it in a scary way. You can take it as like, you can get anxious about it. The what ifs start taking over. I've been there before. It still happens to me to this day. Or you can look at it as motivation, almost, to do what you wanted to do that day. Do it now, because, hey, you're not promised tomorrow, you know? It's helped me a lot, a whole lot, that kind of thought process. And, you know, looking back, I mean, I can't think of a single time that I regretted doing what I wanted to do, you know, maybe disappointing somebody else for my own sake. It happens, you know. I have a couple of hobbies that a lot of people in my family don't really approve of. Not that they're not like bad hobbies, but my family's very old school, you know. A lot of them, not all, most of them are very old school and old-fashioned. So I'm a huge nerd. I play a lot of video games and stuff like that. And they don't get that, and that's okay. It's not for them, right? But they see it as kind of like a waste of time, or something. A lot of them see it as unmanly, you know. They think it's they think only man children play video games, which is wrong. Of course that's wrong. Now, are there people like that out there? Of course. You can cherry pick anything from anywhere at any time. But that's not everybody, you know, the generalizations of it all. And you know, when I was younger, the point I'm trying to make, you're probably like, oh God, he's already going off the rails. No, there was a point in it. I promise. I suppose what I'm trying to say is, you know, when I was younger, that got to me a lot. I specifically remember a time, I couldn't have even been 10 years old yet. I was maybe 8 or 9. That sounds about right. And, you know, I was playing my GameCube at the time, and the Wii. Those were like what I was playing most of when this was happening. And, some people in my family would, say things like, you know, like I said earlier, like, this isn't this hobby is not becoming of you. It's useless, you know, it's, there's no need for it, there's no purpose, there's no point to this, and you should stop. And even though I loved video games so much, I mean, they were my favorite thing, still are one of my favorite things. But back then, I mean, especially, it was my happy place, was playing games. And so even though that was the case, I stopped playing them for 2 weeks. That's what it was. I wasn't forced to stop playing them, but I let them get in my head. And, I went, yeah, you know what, you're right. Video games they're stupid. You know, they're such a waste. I shouldn't do this anymore. Even though I didn't feel that way at all. You know, I wanted to keep playing. And it's what I like doing. But I was letting them kind of control what I liked and what I didn't like. And so for 2 weeks, I didn't touch a game. And it just got harder and harder, you know. I mean, it was so difficult because I really wanted to play games. I love them, you know. It was so difficult. And I remember at the end of the 2 weeks, the grueling 2 weeks, I was so bored. I didn't have a lot of other hobbies back then. It was pretty much just video games. And I remember at the end of the 2 weeks, I was finally like, maybe just like, I'll play for like 30 minutes, you know, just a little bit. And I played like all day because I missed it so much, you know. And the same thing started happening again. Don't play that, you know. And you know what I did? I ignored it. And I'm happy I did, because I liked playing games. They didn't like it, but I did. And that's what matters. I was having fun and enjoying myself. So who cares what other people thought, you know? Now, it's easier said than done. It was still hard. It still made me feel guilty. That's the worst, you know? Feeling guilty for doing something you enjoy. What a terrible feeling. Terrible, terrible feeling. It can really ruin things. It can suck the fun out of them. Yeah, terrible feeling that is. But, you know, I was happy doing that, and that's a really mild example. There's much more serious examples of things like this that I won't get into. It's not relaxing talk, but the point is, it's your life, you know? Now that doesn't mean make rash or stupid decisions. Don't cause yourself harm by not thinking first. I'll never advocate for just, what's the word, haphazard, or just throwing caution to the wind. You can really hurt yourself doing that. There is a time and place for it, but getting off topic. Live your life. It's your life, you know. Do what makes you happy. I think that's perfectly fine as long as you're not causing harm to others. Go for it. It's your life. It's your life. I think you should do what makes you happy. I think everyone deserves to do what makes them happy. I think you deserve to do what makes you happy, whatever that may be. Whether that's playing games, or maybe you're into dancing, or maybe you love math and you do math all the time. You want to be a math teacher, but someone's telling you not to because teachers don't make enough money or whatever. Do what makes you happy. There's nothing wrong with maybe getting an opinion or two from people you trust. People that'll actually tell you what they think. But ultimately, the decision lays on you to make. So make the decision that's going to make you happiest. You deserve to be happy, you know? So, yeah, put yourself out there. Make the most of it, you know? There's a lot to do. We live a pretty long time on average, you know? Especially these days. I mean, it's not uncommon for people to reach like 90 years old plus. It's getting common. We got a lot of time. But also, it moves really quick. Really, really quick. I'm 24. I feel like I've hardly been... I feel like it's all gone by so quick, you know? I mean, it's like a blur. I can't imagine how that's gonna feel when I'm 90. I'm gonna be sitting there in my rocking chair. What will I do in my rocking chair? Reading. Probably reading. I'll be sitting in my rocking chair, reading a book, with glasses way thicker than this, because my vision's gonna be bad by then. And I'm gonna go, man, where did the time go? That cricket is really loud. Sorry. And so hopefully when I'm that age, I'll be able to look back and go, I did what I wanted to do. You know, I lived my life to the fullest. I hope you all are able to do the same. Live your life. Live your life. I would love to know in the comments what it means to you to live your life. What does living your life look like in your eyes? I'd love to know it. I'd love to know. I love hearing stuff like that. I think living my life is, to answer the question I just posed to you, it's actually kind of a tough one. But I think living my life would just be doing what makes me happy, despite finances, doing a job that I love, even if it doesn't really pay that much, and doing hobbies that I love, even if other people think I'm a nerd or weird for it. Because I want to do it, I enjoy those things. I want to do them. So that's what I'm going to do with my life. That's how I'm going to live it. That's how I choose to live it. Yeah, that sounds nice to me. Anyway, that's my little live your life ramble there. I think, well, no, actually, hold on. Rewind. Take it back. I've known a couple people who've kind of done the opposite of that, where they gave up on what they wanted for what someone else wanted. Now, at my age, that's usually doing what their parents would want of them, especially when I was right out of high school 6 years ago, 7 years ago. Holy cow, it's been a long time. College was a big thing for a lot of my friends. A vast majority of my friends at the time didn't want to go to college. They wanted to do trade school. They wanted to join a trade. Some wanted to be welders, some carpenters, a few electricians, things like that. But their parents wanted them to go to college and get an education, a higher education. And they did it, they decided to give up on what they wanted in exchange for what their parents wanted for them. And now, hey, parents wanting their kids to get a degree, I understand it, it's not like a horrendous thing to want for somebody. They just want their kids to be successful. Nothing wrong with that, but, I saw a lot of people give up on what they wanted to do. Give up on how they wanted to live their life, just to please others. I don't know. I don't think it's worth it. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't judge people for it. I don't think they're dumb for it. Nothing like that. But I do wonder how they feel about it sometimes. I don't know. I don't think I'd like to, I don't think I want to live that way. I'd rather do what I like. Anyhow, now I'm done with the living your life spiel. I promise. For real this time. Sorry, I feel like I always get really sucked into that kind of thing. And as always, I hope I don't come off as like preachy or like holier than thou. That's not my intent. I'm far from perfect. I've made a ton of mistakes, big mistakes. So I'm just some guy on the internet. So I'm not perfect, not even close, not even a little bit. Anyhow, I'm almost finished with Wheel of Time now. I think I'll be done with it tomorrow. It's been over a month since I got the book. I've just been so busy. Normally, a book like that, been like a month and a half, and I'm just now getting done with it. I haven't had the time to read. But man, it's really, really picking up towards the end. I don't remember, and no spoilers by the way, don't worry, but I don't remember who mentioned it, but one of y'all wrote in the comments, that you were also reading the Eye of the World, which is the first book of the Wheel of Time series. And I had asked them how they were enjoying it so far. And they said they were enjoying it, but that they had a really hard time relating to the characters. And I totally get that. This book, it's such a long series that almost the entire first book, at least to me, I haven't read the rest, but the entire first book is mostly just setup. It's like 700 pages of like setting things up for the next few books is how it feels. And so a lot of things, a ton of things, are ambiguous on purpose. It really doesn't seem to give you a lot of information, and that goes the same for a lot of the characters in the book. You don't really know a lot about them until way later, which can obviously make it hard to relate. It's very hard to relate to somebody you don't know anything about. So, I will say this, again, no spoilers, but that definitely changes over the course of the book. It takes a long time, but the characters do get really fleshed out, and I'm actually really, really enjoying it. My original plan was to finish this first book, and then take a break, read something else, and then start the second in the series. It's gotten really crazy in the last 100 pages. I might just go right into the second book. I don't know yet, but I'm thinking about it. The only thing that's preventing me from going against that idea. Sorry, stumbling on my words. The only thing going against that idea is my backlog. I have so many books on my shelf that I have not read yet. I would feel pretty guilty going to the store and buying yet another book to read. Especially with how long it takes me to read books these days, just with how busy I've been. I'll never be able to finish my backlog if I go buy another one, so I think I'm gonna force myself to stop this series there temporarily and read one or two of the books that I've had for a while now, just sitting on my shelf. I really need to stop going to Barnes & Noble so much. Really have to stop. They get me every single time. I always promise myself, I'm just gonna go look, just see what they have, you know. I won't buy anything, or it'll be easy, you know, no problem. And then I leave the store with 2 or 3 new books. They give me every time. I'm a sucker. I'm a real sucker. It's like highway robbery, honestly. They ought to be ashamed of themselves for selling me so many books. Shame on them. No, I need to hold myself accountable. I gotta stop spending so much money on books. It's a real problem. I don't know what I want to, I don't know what I want to read next, though. You know, if I do end up doing the responsible thing and, not buying the next book in the series quite yet, I don't know which one I'm gonna read. I'm looking over at my shelf right now, and I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. So many. I've got like choice paralysis, analysis paralysis, as they say. I've got so many options that it feels like I have no options. I feel like I'm in the world's biggest cage right now. Oh man. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Because there's a couple of books that I'm farther into like the series of. But it's been so long since I last read those books, the prior books, that I feel like I would have to restart the whole series. It's gonna take me forever. I can't do that. What I think I'll have to do is look up like cliff notes for the books I've already read. Just get like a, quickly skim, just to refresh my memory, and then start those books again, because for some of them it's been like a year that I just stopped the series, so it's hard to remember things like that. That's one thing I've noticed, and let me know if you have this same thing that I do. I'm really curious if it's just me or not, but I just lost my train of thought. What was I gonna say? Oh, that's so embarrassing. What was I talking about? I was talking about getting back into books after a long time, or the series, and then oh shoot. No, I totally just total brain fart. Oh my gosh. That's so embarrassing. I'm so sorry. I must be tired or something. I think I'm just gonna leave that in. That's fine. I'll leave it in. No worries. It happens. I don't like editing these too heavily. I say a lot of stupid things, and I have a lot of brain farts like that. If I were to edit all that out, nothing would ever get done around here. Nothing would ever get done. I'll leave it in. I feel so guilty with like my backlog of books. They're just sitting there, beckoning to me. It's a terrible feeling. Terrible feeling. I really gotta get on that. I bought a special edition of The Princess Bride. I love that book. Great movie too. And I've read it before, but I bought that special edition, and I got like 90% of the way through it, and then just stopped reading it. Just didn't finish it. That's one I'll definitely have to finish off there, for sure. Great book. It's got like lots of illustrations on it as well. It's so cool. It's got like a whole like colored map on the front, not the front cover, but the first page. Beautiful book. Love it so much. Great story too. I feel like most people have read or at least watched The Princess Bride, but on the off chance that you're watching this and you've never seen it before or read it before, definitely check it out. It's such a classic. Great story, and it just never gets old. Never ever gets old. Such a great book. Anyhow, it's time to end the video. Again, sorry for the total brain fart there. I had something I wanted to say, but I lost it. It's even worse too, because I even asked, like, oh, if you guys feel the same way, and I forgot what I was gonna ask. Long day, I guess. I don't know. Anyhow, thank you all so much for watching. I love having you all here. I hope that y'all have a great rest of your day or night, and that y'all stay safe out there. Have a good one, y'all.